Okay, Io, please start.
Our topic is mining. We are mainly discussing on disadvantages and disadvantages. In the disadvantages, mainly on environmental related problems, mainly water problems and air problems and soil problems. In water related problems, we are mainly discussing on heavy metal ions discharged to the water and inorganic materials discharging, and also some sediments in the water. And in the air pollution, mainly particulate matters and toxic gas emissions from the sediment mining area. In the soil, mainly soil deterioration is mainly considering. Then in the advantages, we are only focusing on economic. Mining is only economic and some other in the for public wealth and the economic development of country. We are discussing the problems, then the solution of each problems. In the water related problems, we are put forward the proper water treatment system for reducing the water related problems. Then in the air, we can reduce the air pollution by reducing the emissions from the mining area. For the soil related problem, we can reduce by proper recovery system, such as proper covering the mining area, then make it as green. Then one of the big reason is for the treatment is funding, where we can find the fund. So we are put forward some percentage of the profit we can put forward for the treatment system commissioning. That is the overall presentation.
Oh, thank you. Nice talk. So, 何かどうぞ。何でもいいですよ。
If you summarize program of mining very briefly. So as I looking this, so mining program is soon be solved soon because your solution is very simple one. So yeah. So and then I don't know what is the 5% of profit.
It's just means if there is a mining, the profit is always very large. Even if 1% is enough to put this.
This is just
if it is a gold mining, we will maybe 1 kilo gold is very. So 1 kilo gold that worth is not simple money to build up this treatment system. Means simple land recovery. Means simply putting the soil on the land area.
The idea that we take the profit from the land, so we use that half of maybe that's profit to recover the land also.
This 5% is just a number.
Just
because
number.
it's showing it is small as comparing the wealth. The money for recovery system is only very low. That is 5%. Even if it is a private company, they will not ready to give 5%, even 5% for making treatment system. They will take whole profit and they will give all responsibility to the government to do other things.
Okay, then I think that your consideration about the mining is revenue in the consideration and then the way of summarize. Then, but there are many illegal mining in the developing countries.
Yes.
Then about the environmental contamination, then you should incorporation of the illegal mining in your the chart. This is my comment. Other also the 5% of profit is maybe very small.
Okay. Thank you, Sensei.
で
Thank you, your presentation. So, I think that presentation, one of the good points is so combinations make us cycle. So, disadvantage and advantage is finally fix is one of the good points, I think.
Thank you.
OK まあ最後にまとめてfinally last I give the comment. So thank you. じゃあ OK next presentator どうぞ。もうちょっと上に上げてくる？多分その方がみんなが見える。OK, please start. パチパチパチパチ。素晴らしいです。
So today we're going to talk about the solid waste management in Indonesia. As the global problem, as we know that in developing country, the population is continually increasing, and also the economical also increase. So that's why when the population increase and economical status also increase, so the people will consume much more of resources, and that we know that the resources cannot consume all by human. It will cause a waste. So that's why when every day we eat and every day we consume resources, and the waste will occur, and it will make a problem if the population and economical status continually increase. If we didn't solve this problem, so maybe our land will covered by waste, and also we can make a high building from waste. So that's why it will be a problem. And the most important problem is also in the land pollution, as we know, because the solid waste, municipal waste, it can be contaminated the soil. And then the shortage of land, because in the solid waste problem, we need some place to store the waste. If we didn't reduce the volume of waste and we didn't recycle the waste, so it is a big problem for us. And also cost, because in solid waste management, the big cost is in transportation. How we transfer the waste from our home to the final land or final disposal. If we can reduce and if we can minimize the waste, so the cost also maybe one day maybe we need 3 trucks, and if we minimize maybe we only 1 truck, so the cost also reduce. And also water pollution, because the waste can intrude to the groundwater and also surface water, and also hurt, because it will causing a fever, something like that. And for the solution, we propose integrated solid waste management. What will we do with this one? We must provide 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Number 1 is infrastructure. The most important is place where we will store the waste itself, and then the facility. We can imitate from Japanese, and we can imitate from the European country how they can design such waste management. And also we must provide a market. Maybe if we make maybe like a souvenir from the recycled product, or we make composting for the compost from waste, we must make a market for that, so that the fund can be used for the operational system. And for human resources, it is very important to sustain the technology. If there is no good human resources, the technology will not sustain. So we need technical people. So the young people must be educated, and also community also educated, because the subject is the community itself, and also this one. And the technology, we can apply it, well-known technology like 3R from here, and also we must buy some machine maybe to press the bottle or to reuse the bottle, something like that. And also policy, we must make a law for the government, and also education, maybe this is must. The government should make education to the people, something like that. And also fund. The government also must supply fund to continue this cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you. No, okay.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I think you pointed out the problem of solid waste that lead to the land pollution and also the water pollution. So I think it's better. And then you also think about some solution and technology and policy, and then also you say that education is very important. So I think it's very good.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Then I also feel it is very interesting. And then also the digital software is well structured. Then also maybe about 20 years ago, then also in Japan, there are no waste management. Then when I stay in Switzerland, also I amazed the well waste management in Switzerland. Then after you go back to Indonesia, create select your concept to Jakarta. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. That presentation is easy to understand for me. And I also thinking so education is very important part. So please become a professor. Education, many students.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so please, final presentation.
Giant partner.
Okay, パチパチパチいきましょう。はい。
As we know, our topic is deforestation in Indonesia and Philippines. For the impact, why we choose this topic is because we know the deforestation is have a high impact, not just for the local area or just for the local people, but also for the global impact. And then, what the impacts? We make some like point for the impacts. The first is the flood and landslide, especially for the local people, because there is no tree to absorb the water. And then ecosystem impact, we divide it become the supply water and oxygen. No forest, it means there is no source for the water, to keep water. It's become flood, of course. And also, we also lose some source for the oxygen. And other side for the fishery. Deforestation will make some species cannot find their food, so it will become some like existing fishery. And then habitat, they make some habitat for the fishery, for the animal, and also for the flora in the forest. And another impact is of course global warming, because when we lose our forest, it means we lose carbon store. There is no tree who will absorb the CO2 that released to our atmosphere. And another is economic impact, especially for the local people. They will lose their like traditionally they just take tree for the wood to build home, but there is no tree anymore. It means they should spend a lot of money to build their home. And other side, including related to the fishery. For the example, every day they just take fish from the river, but because there is not forest anymore, the fish there is not anymore. They should find another way to have their food. And the causes is first is no control, especially from the government. Its law implementation is very poor. Because the law implementation is very poor, government just give the permit for the company to cut the tree or for the land conversion. And another said, a law implementation it also make the minimum of the reforestation. Another said is poor education, especially for the local people. Another said is capitalism. It means who owner of the company know when they cut tree, it will be make environmental damage. But because they just thinking about in one way, we not really realize about the environmental impact. They just keep do it, and then job opportunity. This is related to the local people because they should eat. They doesn't have choose. And solution?
Yes. For the solution, number one would be, of course, the strict implementation of law. Because if really the government will chase these people or the big people, the people in power, the people who own the company, and really sanction them or put fine to them, I think it will reduce those the deforestation. Also, sometimes we need or oftentimes we need to educate the people, because even if people in power in the government give go signal, give permit, if people care about the forest, then they will oppose the permit. They will not let it happen. And number three, increase public awareness. Yeah, because not only for the local people but also the rich people. Okay? Because this is not only for the local people, but this is a concern for everyone. And then conservation, okay? Especially for those remaining forests, we need to conserve them, and for those that are already destroyed, we need to replenish or reforest them. And lastly, provide other opportunities for the people, because most of the time the forest is where people get their income. And then what will happen if suddenly the government say, oh, you cannot touch the forest anymore? So the people will have no choice. They will be poorer, or they will maybe resort to other means of taking income. So there must be a way that people can have other source of income rather than taking all from the forest.
Thank you for presentation. I think your presentation is good because you summarized well the problem of deforestation, including impact and then cause and then solution. So I don't know the impact of the supply of oxygen to water.
Supply water and oxygen.
I see. Oh, I see. And then you show some solution for the forestation. I think I'll be the solution. But I think it's better you added other solution by the science, right? Education, and then law, and then by science. It's my hope.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. I want to say that your presentation is very good, especially your solution is very sound. But then also, maybe you know, now also in Asia, is the claiming and emission control of the carbon dioxide due to the forest fire. They want to ask you to incorporate the protection of the forest fire in your scheme. Okay.
So, deforestation is Japan also has a deforestation program, maybe. So, I care. So, please say, people also. And so, education is important. But especially this is for poor people. So it is more, it's difficult to get to understand. So please come back there. and I will tell in understand. Yeah, do a good presentation.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Simon. Okay, thank you for the participants. Let me say final comments. Maybe the experience of today's very short workshop is maybe for the first time for your experience. But I think it's very important to have a mixture, the technology and also with the policy decision. So maybe the presentation you did today is very useful for the policy makers. And you can show the policy makers, this is the point, this is the wrong point. So if we fix these points, maybe the world becomes much better or something like that. So please study not only technologies, but also the political issues or another national and so on. Much more knowledge, so will help you. I think so. So I hope this presentation will works well for your future. And unfortunately, my Zemi students are willing to join this workshop, but unfortunately, they are now very busy for hunting jobs. So you can see many students upstairs in Japan, but they are very natural and concentrating on job hunting now. So today I met several of my students in the morning, but they said they cannot, they have to join the company's meeting this afternoon. So, but maybe next time, if you have a chance, maybe my Zemi students will be willing to join this kind of workshop. And thank you for providing opportunities to give a talk. I'm very much impressed by your intelligence. Very intelligent. I saw very quick, but in a very limited times, you could develop such a wonderful presentation. It's very good. So maybe I will upload. I become the super user of YouTube, so I can upload long movies. Usually it's limited and not more than 10 minutes, but I can upload if it's under the 2 gigabytes. I can upload any time presentation file. So I let you the links. So maybe you can. I show you that and let you know the links later on, so you can send email to your papa and mama. Such a wonderful workshop here also in Kansai. Thank you.
Thank you.
じゃあ、一応こういうことで、maybe let's go to the non-drinking party, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.